I'm too raw for TV. Blog Talk Radio / Too Raw for TV, man. I'm too raw for TV.
The meta glasses are hard proof that Charlie Kirk's murder was a
Peace and love, family. I'm your humble brother Crumb here for Too Raw for TV. That's right, family. We're waiting for the good brother Palmetto to come in. He'll be in just a moment. Put some respect on his name. Family, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. If you could, smash the like button, hit the share button, tell a friend to tell a friend, all the preliminary stuff. Tap all the way in. You already know what it is. And yeah, family, I am your humble brother Crumb, just sitting in for the good brother just for a moment until he taps all the way in. Tonight's show is going to be a banger. But listen, family, what's new? We're going in on Charlie Kirk. That's right, family. The official way to do it. Let's just be honest with ourselves, family. Black people are not tapped in with the whole Charlie Kirk situation, nor should we be. Listen, I got a question for you. I'm being funny. Have you ever heard of Patagonia, like the name brand? Of course not, because Black people don't. Oh, can you and I interact, or I can hear you. I mean, it's completely up to you. So yeah, the whole situation with Patagonia, it's a white person's name brand. It's like Nike to us.
Yeah.
And of course, we know about Nike and Reebok or whatever, but Black people just don't wear Patagonia. It's not a Black situation.
Right. Every time I've seen it, it's some white folk stuff, yeah.
Right.
No, you're not trying to be funny or nothing, just, yeah, it's true.
I mean, I would say Patagonia and Charlie Kirk are in the same category as potato salad with raisins.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not something Black.
I didn't know his name until the day he died.
With all due respect.
Proof is in the pudding.
With all due respect. So, this is the story of Charlie.
I think Palmetto's back.
Okay.
Palmetto, I see some movement there. You haven't sat down. I've seen some movement there. Show's
I'm
live.
here, yeah.
Show's live.
If you hear my voice, then you're part of the revolution. Welcome to the new world. I'm your host, the Ratchet Revolutionary, in all my elements. But you can hit me up on Twitter at 2 Raw for TV Radio. I'm on Elon Musk Toy, Black Twitter, X. We don't call it X though, we call it Twitter too. Hey, but I'm on there 2 Raw for TV Radio. Man, it is going to be an amazing show. Last week, we already convicted Israel of the death of Charlie Kirk. Now we're going to send Israel to the gas chamber. Hard proof. Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Hard proof. And we have the one and only master student, Crumb, from Crumb TV. So you guys definitely have to check them out. We have been talking about this behind the scenes, different things of that nature. So I know this will be a very, very interesting discussion, stuff that you guys haven't heard before. The regular media is ran by small hats in the ADL. You're not going to hear that here. You're not going to hear that here. The ADL is not going to like this show. If I had a boss, they may cancel us after this show. If I had a boss, if I was fucking in, oh yeah, I'll be toasted. But Charlie Kirk was a very divisive person, a divisive figure, who, at the very least, was a glorified race hustler. They call a lot of black people race hustlers, race hustler. He really, literally was a race hustler. Turning Point USA was 100% based on racist ideology, just grade baiting sort of thing, and just saying stuff in a way that Pell people felt comfortable was saying these things. He was the epitome of the Pell Mell, and that's why they loved him so much. He was like, just embodied all of their ideas in a soft way to where, of course, they just use dog whistle words to try to make it seem like it's not racist. They cover all their language with dog whistle words. But we have Crumb from Crumb TV here. Crumb, you with us? What's going on with you, brother?
Peace and love, Almighty. It is I, your humble brother Crumb. I am in the building. Glad to be in the building. Much love to Raw for TV, and I feel good.
What do you feel about Israel Killed Charlie Kirk? Hard proof.
I'm very proud of you for the work you're doing, brother. Very, very proud of you. And
Thank you.
I'll say this. I've always taken issue with your moniker of being the ratchet revolutionary because I know you personally and there's nothing ratchet about you. You're one of the smartest people I know, one of the most sophisticated, intelligent, um, uh, just, in some degree, in a lot of aspects, I do look up to you, and I don't even deal with, like, the ratchet, so to speak. And I know it's a part of the lighthearted part of the moniker because people are so
Right.
deep. We gotta find something to smile about. But with that said, you doing this particular work is astounding because in our community we don't have too many people connecting the real dots. I think more, we're more so sports decoding that, and Cardi B and decoding that. And, now we've got somebody who looks like us, being yourself, who's really doing some real work to see who's, really behind a lot of what's going on the world stage.
Well, thank you. I appreciate those words. You know what I mean? A lot coming from you. You're definitely a notable peer of mine as far as bringing content and, just definitely. Hold on, I'm trying to see if somebody is calling me already. We have callers. I don't know if they can hear me or anything. Hold on. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? All right. So we'll get to you shortly. But yeah, we have Crumb out here, and we're talking about this episode. Benjamin Netanyahu, we're talking directly to you. You know what you did to call Charlie Kirk. You know exactly what you did to Charlie Kirk. That was so evil. That was so vicious. And to do it on live TV, that was so drill. That was such like a drill rapper, not like any sort of statesman. You're on a complete murderous spree. On a complete murderous spree with what you're doing. And you know what you're doing. And we have hard proof that you killed Charlie Kirk. Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Israel killed Charlie Kirk. I asked them to prove me wrong last time. They couldn't. And we had an idea of what you did. But tonight, Benjamin Netanyahu, we're going to take you to the gas chamber. Tonight, we're taking you to the gas chamber, Benjamin Netanyahu. So what do you guys think? We're going to call in 470-572-7678. We got Crumb live. Definitely want to be part of the magic. And also, I do need to go ahead and get those as well, those phones. But I do want to go into what this is about, why we are doing this. Because last week I had a show about Charlie Kirk, right? So people are like, "Hold on, yeah, you just had a show about Charlie Kirk. You went out to Georgia Tech. We all saw the video. You went out to Georgia Tech. Police harassed you, but we saw that. So why are you uh, coming back again with it? Why are you coming back with a part two? Because there's been more information that's came out. There has been more things that the FBI has hidden from the public on purpose. And there has been more of a dangerous precedent being set because some things that have occurred that have just upped the ante. What are those things that have occurred that have upped the ante? Charlie Kirk, no matter what you thought about him, he was expressing himself, expressing a so-called right he has in his country where he resides, in a country where he resides, and he was a citizen of that country. And now you're telling me it's fair game for foreign agents from foreign governments and foreign countries to come on American soil and just shoot somebody on live TV, thousands of people watching. You go ahead and shoot this man, thousands of people watching, and then try to play the whole game of, this was a lone gunman and stuff like that. And now it's to the point where I don't think they're trying to convince anybody. They know people aren't going to buy the bullshit. They're just running the game. They're just running the same lone wolf game, the same thing they've been doing at least since JFK. The same thing they've been doing is, there's this lone gunman. Hey, come on, man. That was a concerted effort. There's no way a lone gunman could have got in like that, not like that, And then and then they had to know Charlie Kirk had a bulletproof vest. What's your thoughts on this, Chuck? What's your thoughts on this?
The gunman shot him from 200 yards away. Let's just breathe on that real quick. I think the average person doesn't understand how good you have to be. And one of the smallest parts on the human anatomy is the neck. Do you know how talented, how artful, how precise you have to be as a gunman to shoot somebody from over 200 yards away and hit them in the neck? That's professional. Like when you go to the shooting range, the little silhouette situation, that's like 10 yards.
Yeah.
The very end of the shooting range, the maximum's like 50 or something. Because the average person is not going to shoot anybody from over 10 yards away. The average threat to your life is going to be within 10 to 50 yards. 200 yards?
Yeah.
Bro, you got to be a marksman. I'm not saying professional sniper, but the average person is not hitting anything from 200 yards away. Let's just start right there.
Especially not a shot to the carotid artery, which it hit him directly in the artery. It was a direct kill shot, like you at a specific place. And what the evidence is looking like is something that we haven't talked about yet on Two Raw for TV. And guess what? They're not going to want to talk about us on social media. We're live on Twitter. We're live on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. We're live on all of these platforms right now. And tonight, we are sending Benjamin Netanyahu to the gas chamber with this one. Israel killed Charlie Kirk. Hard proof. I was trying to order it. I didn't grow. I had no, but we are. This is yes. This is hardcore evidence, hard proof. But you're not going to see it anywhere else. You're not going to see it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You're not going to see it on any other social media platforms because they're not going to put this out there. This is something they're not going to put out because the revolution will not be televised to go over TV.
Brother, speaking of
Yes.
the whole televised situation, did you hear about the Juicies buying TikTok?
Yes, I heard about that. They had to sell it to an American buyer, and surprise, surprise, it's a small hat. I didn't know that was going to happen. You know, sarcasm, you guys, sarcasm. But yeah, this is just it's crazy how the whole thing is playing out, and it's playing out in your face. It's playing out in your face.